If you believe what Disney is selling, high school is all about finding the right prom date, making the team, or learning that you matter. But we all know that Disney is all about the magic, not the reality. The reality is that high school is increasingly all about college prep. But we don't all have to stick to that norm. Take my cousin James, who went through 2 years of community college to figure out what he wanted to do, rather than just jumping into an expensive four-year program. Through an introductory class, James realized that he had a passion for cars and is now working as a car mechanic. When I asked some of my classmates if they were going to community college or trade school, they practically laughed. Now, why doesn't that surprise me? There is a significant problem with high school education today, in that numerous high schoolers are pushed down a career path that does not meet their needs or desires. While a four-year college education is certainly a crucial part of some people's lives, it is not the ideal solution for all. Today, we will examine how students are increasingly pressured to conform to a college prep track. Then we will discuss why this is causing serious long-term consequences, and finally, learn what we can do to realign students' learning with their futures. The problem is obvious. High schools have increased their college prep courses while simultaneously decreasing their vocational courses. Classes like shop, home ec, and mechanics are few and far between. As Nicholas Wyman of Forbes magazine in his article, Why We Desperately Need to Bring Back Vocational Training in Schools, explains, throughout most of U.S. history, American high school students were routinely taught vocational and job-ready skills. But gradually, the college for everyone mentality blossomed. In fact, according to prep scholar and education dive, the number of AP classes offered rose from 10 in 1956 to 37 as of 2020. Additionally, the number of students participating in AP courses skyrocketed an astounding 57% over the past decade. And since all those new AP courses took up space in the student's schedule, the logical sacrificial lamb was vocational classes. According to the education journal Deep Dive, between 1990 and 2009, the number of credits earned in career and technical education classes, or CTE classes, dropped by 14%. The U.S. Department of Education is more clear. The average percentage of CTE classes by the 2016-17 school year was only 11%. Other than the loss of this curriculum, this has a more insidious side effect. It devalues the trades and suggests that the only option for young people is college. And it's coming at us from everywhere. According to Education World, we're all feeling the pressure from the federal, state, district, and building level. College, college, college. You're asking a 14-year-old freshman to decide their future. You've got to be kidding me! We've created a paradigm that students feel forced into, pushing them into a curricular and career path that they may not be interested in. And, let's be honest, pushing teens around usually ends up like a typical Disney movie, with a powerful rebellion and some musical numbers with the occasional dance solo. Now that we know that high school students are being funneled into college paths, why does this matter? First, we're preparing students for the wrong kind of job. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics and U.S. Green Technology, most of the jobs over the next 10 years won't even require a four-year degree. Many of those are jobs of the future that have been made through innovative technology, such as wind turbine service technicians and solar photovoltaic installers. Additionally, more medical workers will be necessary. Healthcare occupations are projected to grow 18% by 2026, adding more than 2 million new jobs, says the Association for Career and Technical Education. Plenty of jobs in the medical field, such as medical secretaries and home health aides, only require a high school diploma. Even Georgetown University, bastion of higher education, says that this year, at least 36% of jobs do not require education beyond high school. Another major consequence is that not only are students being prepared for the wrong kind of job, they end up severely in debt and dissatisfied. Many college graduates find themselves in thousands of dollars of debt for a degree they realized didn't suit them. According to a July 2019 CNBC article, 36% of college debt holders say it wasn't worth it. Take Siobhan, for example, who felt pushed to attend college and borrowed about $20,000 to pay for school, only to drop out 3 semesters later. Her college days are 5 years behind her, but the debt she took on is not. Investment strategist Wes Moss says almost 40% of students who start a 4-year college program won't finish. And among those who finish, about 1/3 will end up in jobs they could have had without their degree. According to an analysis of federal data by the Hechinger Report, from mid-2014 to mid-2016, 3.9 million undergraduates with federal student loan debt dropped out. These are heavy consequences for a wrong choice, and there's no Disney knight in shining armor to rescue us. Although we never saw Troy Bolton from High School Musical searching for a shop class, that doesn't mean we shouldn't look for new ways to create more opportunities for high schoolers in vocational education. On an individual level, we can start signing up for those tech ed classes that we perhaps want to take, but don't, simply because they are seen as invaluable. But they are valuable. According to Harris School Solutions, 81% of high school dropouts say relevant real-world learning opportunities would have kept them in high school. Thus, if those classes increase their attendance, not only do we have more relevant programming, we have a more satisfied student body. Programming can be outsourced as well. An example of a vocational program that my school uses is an off-site community education center, which offers fantastic programs from nursing to childhood education to automotive repair. But some districts or communities may not have the resources or money to implement a separate or even in-house CTE program. However, our current virtual learning environment highlights an opportunity to bring CTE programs to our schools. Go online! According to Clint Archie, Senior Program Manager for Education at IBM, the online learning environment trains students on the types of tools they're going to use in the workplace. These changes are already happening and are extremely cost-effective. Many districts may not have the resources to spend on things that some may consider non-core. That means schools are going to have to find resources that are affordable, and online learning fits the bill. So everything from accessing programming that exists to outsourcing to going virtual can bring CTE programs to our schools. I hope you know I am in no way devaluing college education. It's such a crucial part of many people's lives. But it is incredibly important to look into alternative post-secondary education and career choice options in order to expand opportunities in the workplace for everyone. We've explored the problems, consequences, and solutions to the college push, and why it is so important to consider alternative options for post-secondary education. To the students who thought they were above community college or vocational pathways, I say, look around and see the importance of integrating these opportunities into high school. As Gabriella and Troy say, we're all in this together, hand in hand to make our dreams come true, no matter what we want for our future.